back to my channel. This is Rhonda. I hope you enjoyed the video today. If you do, I hope you give me a comment, leave a thumbs up, or even better yet, hit that subscribe button. I always love it when I have new subscribers. Today, the video that I'm filming is going to be on my top 5 foundations so far. As many of you know, I am in the search for the perfect foundation. I don't think it actually exists. I think what really is going to end up happening is I'll have a string of favorite foundations, maybe one that's a tinted foundation, a tinted moisturizer, one that's a light coverage foundation, a medium coverage foundation, one for winter, one for summer, something like that. I'll probably have 4 or 5 with kind of the top one in each category kind of thing. So right now, these are my top 5 favorite foundations, with one that was a near miss. I mean, it was really close. And then another one that I used just a couple times but could easily get in the top 5 when I get around to using it a little bit more. So we're going to start with my number 1 foundation, and it's this. The Fiona Styles Matte Finish Foundation. I love this stuff. It is a really good coverage. I mean, it's not perfect. It's probably more of a medium coverage, but I have decided that as I've gotten a little older, heavier coverage foundations are just, mainly because they just tend to settle into my lines and wrinkles by the end of the day. And a medium coverage covers 99% of what I want it to without the following into my lines and wrinkles. This was kind of a on the fly purchase. I was at an Ulta. I was just kind of meandering around, and I happened to just walk in the right aisle where this stuff was. I gave it a pickup. I love it. This is definitely at the very top of my holy grail of foundations. So yeah, I love this stuff. Next is another one that I was a little unsure of, but I'm very glad I picked it up, and it's this Maybelline Dream Cushion. This is in porcelain, of course. Come on, camera. There we go. It is not as long lasting. I just really can't quite get it to last my entire 12-14 hour day work. But if you're 8 hours or less, or even 9 hours or less, this stuff is great. It's also, I would say, a lighter medium coverage. 2 layers and you can get it up to a heavy medium. I prefer just the 1 layer and just let it go. Gives a nice kind of a dewy matte finish. Dewy matte. Semi-matte is what I meant to say. It looks really good, and I was surprised. Seems like drugstore makeups are really stepping up their game, and they are doing some good stuff nowadays. Next was one that I've had for a little while and I've worn a few times. I don't know why I was surprised it was as good as it is, because I used to be a Mary Kay aficionado back several years ago. Then I discovered every other makeup brand that ever was. And I kind of stopped using Mary Kay, but I've got a lady here in town that sells it, and I know her very well, and I like her a lot, and I'll probably be buying some more Mary Kay stuff from her. It is this Mary Kay Time Wise. It's not showing up on film for some reason. The Matte Wear Liquid Foundation. Again, a good medium coverage foundation. And for I am not the palest of the palest of colors in this, amazingly so. It's really good for combo to oily skin. It does seem to keep my nose from being quite as oily for at least a couple extra hours. So I'm all in for that. It pretty much lasts my entire shift, which I am all for that. So yeah. And really price-wise, it wasn't that bad for a full fluid ounce. Oops, I just dropped it on my table. Next is, and again, drugstore foundation. Drugstore things have really been kicking up their game. So it's this. Revlon Cover Stay. When it says Cover Stay, it means cover stay. This stuff actually pretty much lasts my entire 12 to 14 hours shifts. It's also, I got the one that's for combo oily skin. This shade 110 is a very good match for my skin tone. I really like it. The only time I've noticed it doesn't last my entire shift is when we've had people with influenza A and I have to wear a mask to go in and out of their room. And I don't care what foundation I have ever found or ever tried, nothing lasts for multiple nose blows or putting your masks on 80,000 times in a shift. Okay, 80,000 is a bit of an exaggeration, but there are nights I put a mask on at least 30 or 40 times just to go in and out of the room. So put a mask on, take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on. This part's just going to wear out. It's just, that's the way it is. And last but not least is this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. I loved this stuff when it just came in the fair light or the light color. Then they made this, the porcelain, and I was absolutely ecstatic because the light one is just that little itty bitty bit dark for me for winter. I mean, I could make it go, but it was definitely, you could tell where I stopped blending it down my neck. If I had anything with a V-neck, you could see my face was about a shade darker than my chest. So when they came out with porcelain, I snapped this stuff up within the week. And I was very, very glad that I did. So it gives probably a more medium coverage, but it's very buildable. And where this is a water-based, it doesn't seem like it settles into my lines and wrinkles at the end of the day. I have found, for me personally, it's not the longest lasting. It does seem to wear off just a little bit around the nose after 13 hours or so, but you know, come on, I'm trying to get makeup to last 13 or 14 hours while I'm at work. I mean, I'm not just sitting eating bonbons, I'm at work. So, you know, it does pretty good. I'd say anything that lasts 12 plus hours is doing pretty good. Now, this is a near miss. It is this, the Marc Jacobs Remarkable. And I say it's a near miss because being that it is such a heavy coverage foundation, I have a very big tendency to use just a little bit too much, and then it kind of gets a little gloppy looking. I just haven't quite narrowed down my technique of using it. It seems like I put 2 drops here and 2 drops here and a drop here and like a drop here, and it just looks a little bit heavy for me. So I just think I need to kind of maybe scrape off the wand or put it on a brush and then blend it in. I just need to practice with my technique. But when I'm looking for something, you know, I want a good full coverage foundation, I reach for the Marc Jacobs because it does a very good job. And lastly, and this is only in my near miss because I've only had it for a short period of time and I really haven't used it a whole lot, and it's this, the MAC Studio Fix. Like I said, I've only had it on once or twice since I picked it up about a month ago. And the times I've used it, I've liked it. I just need to put it on and do a full-on review with all my notes and everything on how it lasts, because I really think this MAC could probably vault its way up into my top 5, if I'm remembering right, but it's been about 2 weeks since I've had it on. So look for a full-on review of the MAC Studio Fix coming very soon. So there are my top 5 foundations for now, with 2 that are near misses or could be vaulting into the top 5 once I do a good review on it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you think about subscribing. And with that, I'm going to say peace, love, and take care of yourself. That's the nurse's orders.